Good evening, everyone, and welcome to tonight's council meeting. Please stand or remain seated for those councillors that are at home for the opening prayer and acknowledgement of traditional owners. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For the kingdom, the power and the glory are yours, now and forever. Amen. I'd like to acknowledge that we are meeting here today on the traditional land of the Brakalong people of the Gunai-Kurnai Nation, and pay my respects to the elders past and present. Also, if there are other elders present, I'd like to acknowledge them. Be said, thank you, councillors. As is allowed under the Local Government Act 2020, tonight's meeting will be live streamed. As per current meeting practices, there is no public gallery. A councillor may attend remotely, and we have two councillors who are tonight attending remotely. Councillor Howe is attending via visual Zoom, and Councillor Middlemas is also attending remotely. And I'd just like to confirm that they can see and hear proceedings in the chamber tonight, and we can see and hear them. So, Councillor Howe.
Good evening, Mr CEO. I can see and hear everybody. Thank you.
Thank you. We can hear you loud and clear. And Councillor Middlemas.
Yes, Mr CEO, I can see and hear Councillor Howe, and I can see and hear all of the councillors in the chamber.
Thank you, councillors. So, in accordance with the governance rules, please be advised that the chair may order and cause the removal of any person, including a councillor, who disrupts any meeting or fails to comply with the direction of tonight's meeting. I'm sure that won't occur tonight. And there are no apologies for tonight's council meeting. As per the Local Government Act, there are no conflicts of interest in relation to the election of the Mayor and Deputy Mayor. So moving on to the agenda, before we move into formal proceedings, it is normal practice for, before we undertake the mayoral election, for the opportunity for the previous Mayor to have the opportunity to speak and provide a reflection on their mayoral term. So Councillor Clancy, would you like to speak?
CEO. And thank you for the opportunity to reflect on the previous year and what a year it has been. We hear more times this year we've heard the word unprecedented than any other year before this one. And for my mayoral term, which started on the 1st of November 2019 until a couple of weeks ago, on the 24th of October, we started off with fires. We had bushfires and we were engulfed in smoke across our community, and then we were relief centres for the East Gippsland fires and people coming back through Melbourne from the northwest trying to get back home, and we did a marvellous job. And then we had a pandemic that hit us in March, April. We closed services and buildings, then we opened them again, and then we closed them again, and around we went. So it was a very challenging year. For the councillors to work with you all, we did really, really good. We did a great job during the last 12 months. It was remarkable the way that we worked together remotely, and we continued to serve and deliver to our community. To the organisation as well. The organisation did a really, really good job in what was unprecedented circumstances. So I just wanted to have a couple of quick thank yous before I wrap up my acknowledgements. A special thank you, I wanted to acknowledge Darryl White, OAM, and of course Alan McFarlane, who was the Deputy Mayor last year. So to those two gentlemen who aren't with us anymore, they did a great job last year, and they were very supportive during my mayoral term. To the CEO, Stephen Piacenti, for his leadership and decision making. Wasn't easy. There was no rule book for what we went through last year or this year. And to his general management team and exec team for their support as well. And to all the staff, 1,018 staff here at Latrobe City, they did a fantastic job, and everything that they did, from redeployment through to doing things that they'd never done before, a great effort to all the staff as well. Special mention to Gracie Smith as well, and to the mayoral and council support team. I'd like to just wrap up by saying that it's a great honour to be the mayor, and the honour isn't necessarily in the title, but it's in the work that gets done. It's the work that you get to do with the councillors, it's the work that you get to do with the staff, and the work you get to do with the community. It's an honour to represent the municipal boundaries of Latrobe City and all the people in it. It's the discussions that you have with government. It's an honour to sit at the table of the Regional Cities Network. It's an honour to talk to private investors about where they're thinking about putting their money, and they're talking about Latrobe City. It's an honour to talk to the community representatives about their clubs and their groups, their wants and wishes and their aspirations. It's been an honour to represent a diverse group of councillors. It's been an honour just to receive a phone call from a hairdresser and saying, I'm a home-based business, how do I move forward? We've been able to fix those sort of things. It's been an honour, and the honour isn't in the title, the honour is in the work that we do, and it's in the people that we represent. And it's been an honour, and I hope it's an honour for the next person who takes the role as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Clancy, for those words about the organisation and the role of the Mayor in your past year. Well done. So now, councillors, I'd like to move on to page 7, so agenda item 6.2, in relation to the election of the Mayor. So Council can, just in terms of the report there, can choose to have a mayoral term of 1 year or 2. The proposed recommendation is in relation to 1 year, so I'll just put that before you and seek if there's a councillor who'd like to move that motion.
Happy to move.
So the mover in Councillor Gibson, and you're seconding Councillor Lund. Is there any opposition? Oh, better look at the screen as well, sorry. No opposition in relation to the motion. Does any councillor wish to speak in favour of the motion? No, no councillors wish to speak, so I call that motion is now carried. So moving on to now, I'd invite nominations for the appointment of the Mayor for the next year. Do I have a nomination?
Sorry, I'd like to nominate myself, please.
Councillor Gibson. Nominates Councillor Gibson.
I'd like to nominate Councillor Callaghan, please.
Councillor Law. Not sure about the procedure, right? Yes, sorry, in terms of did. I'll just put your nomination on hold, Councillor Law, sorry. Seconding Councillor Gibson. Thank you, Councillor Harriman. Do I have any other nominations? Councillor Law.
I'd like to nominate Councillor Callaghan, thank you.
And do I have a seconder? So Councillor Clancy, yes. Seconding. Thank you. Are there any other nominations? No. So having 2 nominations for the role of Mayor, I'll now call for councillors to raise their hand in terms of voting for Councillor Gibson. Oh, sorry, I didn't even miss the piece. Sorry, forgot I did. No, so it is normal practice, so I did forget that, councillors, apologise. Thanks for picking me up. It has been past practice that each of the nominees have the opportunity to speak. So I'd ask that if the council might wish to suspend standing orders in order to undertake that opportunity. So do I have a councillor like to move that? Councillor Callaghan, second, and Councillor Clancy. Any opposition? No? Anyone wish to speak in favour? No? That's carried. We suspend standing orders. So now I'd like to provide the opportunity, for it's by alphabetical order. So it is. Councillor Gibson. I think they'll zoom in.
Sorry, I had no idea I was going to be speaking on behalf of my nomination for Mayor. So what I'll do is what I tend to do an awful lot is speak from the heart. To me, what Councillor Clancy, our outgoing Mayor, said is very true. It is a real honour to be the Mayor. And it's not for the title, it's for the people. And to me, what I would like to do, if I'm given the honour to be Mayor, is to make it as inclusive as I can. To me, there is so many areas that we could be more inclusive with one another and with the community. And that's where it sits to me. It's the community. We need to do our very best for them. And I don't care whether I have to go and sit outside the toilets of any of the polies down in Spring Street or Canberra to lobby to get the very best for us, because our community deserve it. We have been doing it tough, and potentially with what's coming ahead, it will not be easy either. And we need to be a strong voice in Melbourne, in Spring Street and Canberra, because without that, we won't get anything. So, as I say, that's what I wish to do if I'm given the honour of being mayor, and I want it to be a more open door for the community, because united this community stands, divided we don't. So if we can do that and we can lead by example and open it up more for the community, we have to have a better result. So I won't keep going on. I have not done any prepared speech. This is just speaking from the heart. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Gibson. And now, Councillor O'Callaghan, the opportunity to speak in relation to your nomination.
Thank you, Mr CEO. Thank you to Councillor Gibson for her contribution, and congratulations on your nomination, and to Councillor Clancy as the outgoing mayor. I would like to acknowledge the traditional owners upon whose land we are meeting today, the Barrakalung people of the Gunai-Kurnai Nation, and I pay my respects to their elders past, present, and those future leaders emerging. Our community puts trust in us, trust to lead in a thoughtful and a transparent way. The first year of a council's term is a formative one. It's about continuing to support and encourage the good work of our valued community as we continue to forge ahead with the ongoing tasks of the councils that have served before us, whilst we look to explore new opportunities. With the challenges facing our collective communities as a result of the significant economic transition, recent and distant emergency incidents, and the now ongoing strain of the impacts of COVID, we face a time when trusted, respected and well-credentialed leadership is not only required, but it's essential. We've never had the opportunity, more so than we do now, to look to our community, and I've never taken the overwhelming support of this community for granted. It informs my approach and consideration on all matters, and I have, as have the other mayors during the most recent council term, ensured that our council governs for all. We currently live in times of challenge, volatility and polarised perspectives in relation to many things. We need leadership that is focused on bringing all views to the table, even when they are the most challenging. We need to communicate in more diverse and contemporary ways, and this needs to be assured, clear, concise and with impact. We need a space for dialogue that welcomes diversity, is respectful, non-judgmental and safe, not only for our community, for our councillors and stakeholders, but also for our organisation, our Latrobe City staff and our executive leadership team. We have an obligation to ensure leadership that will be secure in that belief and will uphold that standard. Our commitment to evidence-based practice with a commitment to factual content in all that we do and deliver is essential, and it will be key to our credibility and our leadership accountability. These are not ordinary times. We will continue, along with our community, to see uncertainty and anxiety in a range of fronts. We also have a strong and robust community with aspiration, great skill and experience, who we need to serve well in a respectful and trusted and safe way. This next 12 months and the years beyond will see a higher level of complexity, legislative obligation and governance expectation than ever before. As I have in the past, I offer to my colleagues my experience, my leadership and a commitment to this role, together with opportunities to share in working and learning from each other in a constructive, collective and collaborative way. Going forward, we need, and our community always insists upon, safe hands, a trusted voice, clear and decisive leadership in a collaborative approach moving forward. Thank you very much, Mr. CEO.
Thank you, Councillor Callaghan. Having heard from the candidates, I now ask for resumption of standing orders. Councillors, can I call for a mover? Councillor Clancy and a seconder. Councillor Gibson. All those in favour? No opposition? Yes, thank you, councillors. So sorry, I did jump the gun there earlier. I apologise for that. No, I now move to the matter of the vote. Councillors, please vote for one of the candidates via show of hands. All those in favour of Councillor Gibson. Councillor Gibson, Councillor Ferguson, Councillor Harriman, Councillor Lund and Councillor Howe. All those in favour of Councillor O'Callaghan, Councillor Middlemas, Councillor Law, Councillor O'Callaghan and Councillor Clancy. I therefore declare Councillor Gibson as the Mayor for the 2021 mayoral term. Congratulations, Councillor Gibson. So, Councillor Gibson, you now get to take the chair from me. And to take over the rest of the meeting. So congratulations, Councillor Gibson, and welcome to the mayoral role and the chairing of the rest of the meeting.
Thank you. Firstly, can I say thank you? Thank you. Okay, now we need to, hang on, where are we? Now, we have the election of Deputy Mayor. There is a recommendation on page 59, and I'm just going to page 59. Right, and resolution is on the screen, and this is to actually have a Deputy Mayor.
Happy to move that motion, Madam Mayor.
All right, Councillor Howe, Councillor O'Callaghan. Anybody against? No? Oh, sorry. I had DH. Yes, that is. Sorry. Sorry, Darren. Okay, right. Any opposition? No? Then I declare it carried. So now we will go into the election for a Deputy Mayor. Do I have any nominations, please?
Yes, Madam Mayor. I would like to nominate Councillor Howe for the Deputy Mayor's role.
Okay. Councillor Howe, do I have a seconder for that, please? Well, first I should ask, are you happy to accept that nomination, Councillor Howe?
Yes, Madam Mayor, happy to accept it. Thank you.
No worries, thank you. Now, do I have a seconder for that, please? Councillor Ferguson, it's all right, it's new. Right. Now, do I have any other nominations, please? Councillor O'Callaghan?
To nominate Councillor Clancy.
Do I have a seconder for that? No worries. Okay, so we have two nominations now. Now, do they get to speak or not? No. Okay. No worries. All right. Normally it's practice, unless the governance rules are changed, first person nominated, you vote for that first, or are we going alphabetical? Okay, all right. Those in favour of Councillor Clancy, would you like to raise your hands, please? Councillor Clancy, Councillor O'Callaghan, Councillor Law. Right, okay. All right, well, do we need to go, right, we need to go through the motions. Those in favour of Councillor Howe, would you like to raise your hands, please? Councillor Ferguson, Councillor Harriman, Councillor Lund, Councillor Middlemiss, Councillor Howe and myself. I duly declare Councillor Howe elected as Deputy Mayor. Congratulations. Okay, now item 6.4 on our agenda. Oh, okay, an opportunity for the Mayor and Deputy to speak. Councillor Howe, would you like to speak, please?
Oh, just briefly, thank you for the honour of being Deputy Mayor. It'll be my second term. I hope to not only learn and improve myself as a councillor, but help the Mayor and the rest of the council team in achieving our goals and making Latrobe City a better place to live. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Councillor Howe. Now, I won't say much because I spoke to the motion of being Mayor before, but just to say it's an honour and a privilege, and I hope we can all work together well and we can make sure this is the best community and council possible. So thank you very much. Now, item 6.5, close of meeting. Do I have a mover to close the meeting? Councillor O'Callaghan. Seconder? Councillor Harriman. Any opposition? No. No speakers, no opposition. I declare the meeting closed. Thank you very much. And bye to those on... Is it YouTube? Okay. Bye to those on YouTube. Thank you.